What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the Den. I am your host, Sir Ed Honcho. Before we get tonight's festivities started, I must inform you today is August 31st, and it is my honor, it is my privilege, but more than anything, it is my pleasure. I made a kerfluffle. But it's my pleasure to get to chop it up with you tonight. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that life is treating you with everything that you deserve, because I think you're special. Now, welcome to the Den, discussing everything naturally. This is the greatest show on the entire internet. And you say, well, you conceited asshole, what makes you think such a thing? Well, it's not because I think that I'm great. I do think I'm kind of great. But the reason why is because I think you're even greater. It's because of you wonderful people who join each and every night, Sunday through Friday. Saturdays, got to take a day. But it is you wonderful people who make this conversation what it is. The livest chat in all of YouTubedom, I think in all the internets, but soon to be all the internets once some things get tweaked, once I figure out this last little part of what I'm trying to get going. So let's see who we have joining us. Tonight we're going to talk about this idea that I came up with all by myself off the top of my head with no assistance whatsoever. I said, hey, we've been having a lot of tension talks, right? I mean, kind of tensiony, right? Like, and man versus woman, political stuff, I'm just kind of sometimes racial stuff. So, well, what's something we can all agree on, right? This is what I was thinking to myself, me and only me, and maybe Scotty. Maybe Scotty might have helped out a little bit. And I said, you know what? Everybody at some point in time liked television, right? That's probably a crock of crap today. I mean, does television like even really still a thing? I guess it is. But back in the gap, everybody had a show that they used to like. Everybody had a show that they used to rock with at some point in time. So we're going to discuss that, when entertainment was good on the Teletubbies. But before we get into that, like I said, let's see who we have joining us. All of you wonderful people. 17. What's the motherfucking deal? When Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was moved to Nick and Night, I knew the end of television was only a matter of time. Man, we're going to talk about some wholesome stuff, man. We're going to talk about, like I say, when things were great. Broderick, I bathe in baby powder and barbecue sauce. Brooks, how you doing this evening, sir? The lovely Miss Sarah Lou joining us tonight. Let's see. Betty Spaghetti, is you ready? Glad you could join us this evening. Cultured, aka the Dawn of the Discord. What's the motherfucking deal? Travis Damasio, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. DeAndre. I need to apologize. Now, if I believe, and I want to make sure I'm not confusing DeAndre with any other DeAndres, but if it's the DeAndre I believe, then I owe you a happy belated birthday. So I apologize for that. But I hope it was good. I hope it went well. I hope you had a splendid time. Hey, I've been slanging the package all across America. Oh, Scott bot in the building. Let's see. Do. What's going on? The real Maria G. Man, I didn't even think about talking about Adult Swim tonight. Shout out to Culture. That's a whole nother time. Probably we talked about that yesterday. We talked. See, this is my project. This is my project won't be a mine because project don't ever be in the stream. We talked about the fake high school yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the love. Shout out to AB already. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to bring the pastor, preacher, brother, deacon, reverend, bishop. Honcho. It's been a minute. We ain't had confessions in a while. Shit. The only people used to say anything would be AB and me. Ain't nobody else want to confess nothing. Shit, if that's the case, I just call AB and we can talk. Shit. Appreciate the love, AB. Um, but like I said, man, so many good things going on, right? And I don't know, Maria, if you guys had television in Canada. I don't know how that works, right? But we had some good shows down here in the US. Um, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. So let's just throw it out there. Right? No videos tonight. No nothing. Um had open house tonight, right? And I gotta be careful what I say. Because here's the thing, like, y'all may think that I'm in outer space, right? Y'all may think that I am on some Space Ghost coast to coast shit right now, right? It's just Honcho's floating around in outer space. He's, you know what? I didn't ever really even think about that. This may have been influenced by Space Ghost coast to coast. Um, but right, the little one's room is like there in outer space. Okay, so I have to be cautious of some of the things I say. 'Cause I know a butt don't always be in bed like you're supposed to be. Probably be ear to the wall, ear hustling, and then going to school, telling her friends all kind of crazy shit. Um, but I am pretty sure and this is going to be a TV reference here. Some of you may get it. When I make this reference, whoever gets it first, I'll shoot you 5,000 pistachios. So we're going through room to room. It's like, yeah, like 9 minutes in each room. You got like a few minutes to walk to the next, whatever, right? So the only male teacher that she has, he's a co-teacher. But his clothes were really weird. It's like I don't know if he wears man clothes a lot. Uh, I do believe he is structurally weak in the wrist. And so we're sitting at the little table, right? And I'm sitting here in my head thinking this. I'm like, man, but no pride flags, no weird stuff, unless they were waiting till after open house to put them up. So that was cool. But I'm sitting here, and my old lady is funny. Like I know I say women are not funny because most women are not that funny. There's very few, and they just gotta have it naturally. Um, I think most women comedians are not funny, but I'm sitting there, and I took a picture of the email and stuff he had on the board just to if we ever need to contact or whatever. And my phone goes off. I get a message. It's a two-word message. And I keep in mind, we're sitting right next to each other. And the message is, hated it when I say I had to do everything in my power not to bust out laughing while this gentleman was talking. You got it. 17 got it, baby. Uh, duh, duh. I, oh, I'm telling like I'll sit there for about like the rest of the time he was talking. Every time he started talking, I just start hearing it in my head. I'm trying to be all serious, like yeah. I'm like looking off at the little and the kids got all these little fancy boards. Now they ain't even got chalkboard. They all got digital TV screen shits and shit. Sorry, 17 got it first. I'm looking at my chat right now. Looking at my chat right now. 17 showed up first, right? Dog. When I say I had it, it took everything for me not to bust out laughing. I mean, that shit was so because here's the thing, right? Knowing her, I already knew it was gonna be something referring. I thought she was about to say this guy's kind of questionable, something like weird like that. But just it was fucking hilarious, man. What Roger deleted it? Who gave Roger? Rich? How dare you? Uh, I'm telling you, when I say I almost died, literally died laughing. I'm just like I know he had to do something was up because it was just like And then it was weird, dog. I'm glad we didn't sit at that table because he was sitting all on somebody's table, all weird. Room was all dark and weird. It was just like, why you're a reading teacher? Your room was like a chemistry room. Anyway, let's talk TV, right? So, in living color, right? In living color, I would say early Mad TV. I don't think I ever was like really super big in SNL. I think when SNL was like in its prime, I probably was a little bit too young to get into it, or I just never caught it, right? Sips the tea. For the well, I won't say for the younger generation, there was All That. There was that was my guy, Witherspoon. So SNL Snakes behind the scenes. Word? I didn't know that. I would like to know. Like I said, this is going to be a very interactive episode. We got to get the den back to where it was. So, right, Broderick, you want to know where your pistachios at, nigga? This is where your pistachios at. I'm a hater. Hating on your pistachios. That was unnecessarily dramatic, wasn't it? Drop your favorite. Sketch comedy show. Drop your favorite sketch comedy show in the chat. I want to know which way most of you guys lean. No, absolutely not. Not on the deal. What was that show? When there a show like something called like The Kids in the Hall, something like that. I want to say there was something on that I remember being really, really funny. I might have saw one or two episodes. There've been a lot of random shows that have come and gone. There's one I think on HBO, and I think it's still on. It's terrible. Look, I know you're like, hey, you know, women. It's like the Black Woman sketch company. I've watched like several sketches from it, like really just trying to actually give it a fair shot. It's not funny, bro. Like, not funny. Key and Peele. A little bit more modern, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're talking TV. We're just talking TV. We're talking about good television, right? Mythbusters. I forgot all about fucking Mythbusters. Elvira. Say Mad TV scene 2 through 5 or 6. Who was it? What was his name? Look what I can do. Well, I can't remember what was his name. Let's start with an S or something. There's a little skit like, Hee Haw. Hee Haw was good, wholesome comedy. It was. Spill some tea. It was a little too close for comfort. Hot tea on your leg. No good. Elvira. When I was young, I used to think Elvira was the finest weird motherfucker. Like, I guess I used to like some of that weird shit. Elvira, Morticia Adams. I'm pretty sure there's another weird one in the mix somewhere. Like the classic He-Man. Oh yeah, absolutely. Stewart. That's what it was. I was thinking. I can't want to call him Scotty like my damn dog, Sammy or something. Stewart. Look what I can do. The guy who played that dude was always a weirdo to me, but I did like that character. But if we're talking sketch comedy, I'm actually kind of in Marie Lovely. What's the motherfucking deal? We're talking sketch comedy, and none of us have said one of the greatest sketch comedies of all time. The Weigh-In Show. Nobody said Chappelle. But if you said the best line of a Fox, The Simpsons, Living Color, they remember. Absolutely. Like I said, there was just so much. There was like back then though. I mean, let me kind of get to my premise of things and then compare to now. Like, is it just me? And correct me if I'm wrong. Back then, you had good television.
The news. Every day, there's more entertainment. On The Real, early Mad TV with David Herman, Phil Lamar, Deborah Wilson, Will Sasso, Michael McDonald, Mo Collins, and Nicole Sullivan.
Nicole Sullivan, that was her name. Appreciate the love. Shout out to Dan Strong, Dan the man with the plan. Second City TV, I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen Second City TV. Shout out to Chalk Milk. What happened, Streamlabs over there hating? What is Streamlabs doing? I gotta cut the Streamlab off. I don't know why I did that. I gotta go in the much more and cut that automated off. Shit left in the house. Be more careful. How are you doing this evening? It is good to see you. Martin, all-time favorite? Martin might be. If we're just looking across the spectrum, like if we're talking all-time favorites, Martin is up there. It might just be. Like Chappelle, one of my favorite sketch comedy, but it just wasn't long enough for it to be like in that conversation, right? Trill might be behind the stream lab. But the thing about it, like I said, is like now everything is so politicized, right? Everything's overly political. Like even back then, when they would have like a presidential type thing or something, like it was funny. It would actually be kind of funny. It's not like overly, oh, I hate this guy. We're like, it would be humorous. The sitcoms, they would generally be funny, and then like every once in a while, like every 7 or 8 episodes, you get like this kind of dramatic moment, this life lesson you learn, you know what I mean? Then every time you get those cliffhangers, sometimes you have to wait till the next episode. But the thing that made television back then so great, and I think that even though as much as I love the internet and the capabilities of technology and things like that, exclusivity makes things special. Like if you missed an episode of something, and some of you are a little bit older, some of you are a little bit younger, but then when you gather around your herd, whether you be at school or whether you be at the water cooler talk or whatever it may be, and motherfuckers get to talking about it, and you missed it, and I can't believe I missed that shit. Like, and there was no way to go back and replay it. Like, even though I know motherfuckers talking about TiVo. TiVo was expensive shit. Nobody fuck with that shit. And you had to wait in hope that show would come on again. Like you had to wait in hope that you might get to catch it after like the regular season was over, and then they were doing like replays and shit. Do y'all remember when TV actually went off? How many of you are old enough to remember when TV used to actually go off? Like fucking noise, play the anthem and the noise, and it was it. And it would actually go off for a few hours. Like, that's how old I am. So you love watching SpongeBob more than your kid? I used to fuck with SpongeBob, man. Cavity Creek, what's the motherfucking deal? Marquise Newhouse, what's the motherfucking deal? Fuck that nigga Deshaun. We ain't even tripping on that nigga. Martin was great. Cable is useless. Oh man. Like cable is a scam. Cable is a scam now, right? Even this YouTube TV shit. I probably shouldn't be talking bad about YouTube TV, but I seen it. And it's like, what, like $65, $85 a month? Something crazy like that. There's not $85 worth of TV that I want to watch. Like, I honestly, I don't watch shit, really. Like, barely watch Netflix. Like, still got I guess I got the little Amazon shit. Prime Video, barely watched that. I watched that for fucking Invincible. I enjoyed that. That's probably like the last series of anything that I watched was Invincible. But cable's terrible. But I'm not talking about sketch. I'm just talking about just comedy. Period. Martin was just whatever. If we're talking, okay, let me start organizing here. Right? Because I'm kind of all over the place. All right, let me get on my premise about television, and then we'll start kind of talking about favorite shows, and I'll open up the line, and we'll talk about unforgettable TV moments, right? So what I was saying about TV, though, TV overall was more wholesome. They weren't necessarily trying to indoctrinate you with some shit that everybody could watch and enjoy, no matter what side of the political spectrum you were on. You know, it encouraged good things, right? Wasn't a whole lot of unnecessary profanity. I think shit started going south. What was that show? It wasn't, I don't know if it was NYPD Blue or one of them shows. And I remember it was a big deal. It was like a big deal because they had like a sex scene. It was like on regular television. And I think they showed somebody's ass cheeks. And this was like a huge thing. Like, I don't know if they ever showed the episode again or what, but it was like a big deal, right? It was a very big deal, like when it happened. And it was just like, it was drama, right? Now that could be part of it. We could talk about the will and graces and things and how, you know, stuff started kind of going way more for, I guess, I don't know if that show was shock value, but it got to the point where a lot of accommodating and things were taking place. But it used to be wholesome values. Even like Three's Company, even though it was weird, you know what I'm saying? And Jack was up to his shenanigans, right? It wasn't over the top. It wasn't like degrading. It wasn't, of course, you had the ditzy blonde. You had the other chick who was like kind of smarter one, and Jack was always trying. And even back then, like being questionable was like humorous, right? Because who was it? Mr. Furley thought Jack was a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? He thought he was limp wristed. And so Jack would always have to play super questionable, like when he'd come around. But that was like the premise of the show. Now, it wouldn't even be a thing. Like you couldn't make Three's Company now and have it be like and use some of the same situations that were taboo then, you know, and then be that now. And just be like, oh, and they go play it, get it in. You know what I'm saying? There'd be some other shit going on, right? Oh, sorry, that's right. So I can think. So I say, why I got these on? But like now, TV's gotten to the point where when I mentioned exclusivity, like to miss out on something, you felt like when you watched something, you were a part of something, people discussed it like the next day, and it had an impact on society because we didn't have all these various forms of entertainment. It wasn't, you know, you're on the internet or you're in some forum, you're on social media, you're on YouTube, like you only had like one real medium of entertainment, and everybody watched that one medium, right? And so there was this cohesiveness at certain times in society when they had tragic moments or just different things happen, like everybody watched. Now we're so spread out in our own little kind of places. Like, I mean, even now, like we're in the den right now. It could be something crazy happening somewhere else, so where there may be several people. And so everybody's moments now are different. There's not that unity through television. And I say all this knowing that I say I don't watch a lot of television, but it's crazy how technology has changed things, right? Now you miss something, oh, I'll just go back and watch it. I missed it, okay, oh, what happened? Okay, tell me when that, oh, okay, I'll just go watch that part. Or I'll just catch a clip of it. Or I'll just get on Netflix. I'll watch it all when I get a chance. So, oh, you ain't seen that on Netflix yet? Okay, well, let me just watch it all this week. You know, like, it's not that same energy. Like the fact that you had to wait, the suspense, something happened when fucking Martin left, right? And he went to go get on the weird shit he was all in. Like, and the fact you had to like wait for a whole nother season of some shit, like those things. And remember, like there were actually like seasons. See, are there even seasons anymore? Like it's just now, whenever we feel like filming, the rest of it we'll film it. Like there were times of the year that shows came on, the fall season, you know, spring season or whatever. And then like over the summer, you might catch a bunch of reruns because kids was out. People were doing things, you know what I mean? And if you miss some shit, you'd hope to catch the rerun from it. Like somebody mentioned the VCR recording. Shit, like you had to be cold on your record game just so you could watch it over and over again, right? And then that was inconvenient. Rewinding shit. Like technology has made the effort that went into watching TV nothing. And it's cool. It's cool, right? Because who has time these days, right? We're busier than ever. Not that we're more productive than ever. We're busier than ever, but right? So now everything's being made. All the limits have been pushed. All the boundaries have been reached. all the stories have been told, it seems like. And so, with everybody being divided politically, so you got your overly political shows, you got your shows that are overly, catering to particular communities, particular groups. You got a million different channels that all fucking suck. And you got just people who are kind of finding themselves in the different things. And so you got like weird shit like HDTV and, different Animal Planet. Animal Planet was like the dopest shit when it first came out. And so everybody's all over the place, right? Everybody's kind of segmented into their own way. Now, I agree, Travis. It does. Yeah, everything's reboots. They're fucking Porky's? I don't know. I don't even know if I've seen Porky's movie. I have no idea. The new fall TV lineup was highly anticipated. Yeah, I agree. Like you were eager, like at school, you was talking about shit. At work, you were talking about shit. Now, there's nothing. Shut your mouth, Heidi. You don't know anything. What do you know about TV? TV's trash. 10 episodes equal a season. Hey, Clint Eastwood, I don't know if I watched some. Clint Eastwood, great actor. What was that other one he did? In his truck. I forgot the name of that shit. Nah, it wasn't the Mules. What he did not too long before that. And I love old westerns. Old westerns are great. Like if you're a person who's not like, because the storytelling was great. Like back then, motherfuckers had morals. You know what I'm saying? Integrity. You had a good guy, you had a bad guy. They met at high noon. High Noon was a great one. Once Upon a Time in the West, a great one. I didn't watch Luke and Laura's. Go ahead and make my day. Did I ever see that? I don't even know if I've seen that. Law and Order is one I can never get into. Law and Order. Mr. Fur like a Mr. Oh my god. Oh, what was that? X-Files? X-Files was a deal. I don't remember who shot JR. What was that? Dallas? Like even back then, like there's certain shit I didn't watch a whole lot of. Sanford and Son. Who would watch a show about junk dealers these days? Nobody. You have to be a baller. Look at these balling ass junk dealers. Now, with that being said, shout out. We got some Patreon love. Thank you so much. And I do need to say that because I am going to start doing something. I'm going to start the Den Folk merch club. But I'm going to do it via Patreon. Starting tomorrow, I'll kind of give more about it as I'm getting my shirt game together. It'll be like a once a month thing. And for those in the sauce, we'll be doing something very similar. So stay tuned. I'll give y'all more details on that. Unsolved Mysteries was dope. I used to love the fucking music. I used to love that shit. Working all day to come home and turn on the radio. Man, I'm the same way, basically. Audiobooks. Mainly, I'll catch like podcasts, some good podcasts. A little bit of YouTube here. Now, honestly, like that's the thing. I don't even think I've really been on YouTube a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, I've never watched Power. My deal with like the Law and Orders, maybe it's just the ones I've seen, right? It's just like how shit would be going all awry, and then like at the end, everybody would just break down and give it all up. It was me. I did it. I touched your boob at the concert, but it was an accident. It was really those guys with the phone that set me up, because if not, they were gonna beat up my dog. Like it'll be some real crazy shit. And so it's just like I don't know if I get it. Like I think the only like I guess you could say like cop shows I got into. And I don't know if you consider The Wire. Like The Wire is like multiple angles, but The Wire, And what's the other one? What's the one where they used to always play the music in the beginning and they used to like play the edited version because it was on Fox? New York Undercover. Yeah, that's what it was. So that's kind of, I like wish they had morals. You had a good guy, bad guy. Each owned a slave. Terrible, Heidi. They did not own slaves unless you consider horses slaves. Coach was a dope show. Coach was a dope show. Like that's what I'm saying. Like back then they had shows where like teachers who tried to help the underprivileged kids, or like there were things going on. Now it's just like I don't know, man. It's not the same. So let's talk about it. If we're talking hands down any genre, and we'll kind of bust it down a little bit. I want y'all to tell me your overall favorite show of all time. I mean, any category, any time period, any just whenever. Favorite show of all time. I've never watched Sopranos. Never. Reno 911 was funny as shit. I did. I used to love Reno 911. Fucking who was the dude? Terry on Reno 911, the gay dude on the skates. That shit used to have me fucking dying. Well, here comes Professor Trill, right? Martin Slack says, Martin, interesting. Could it have anything to do with the namesake? Nah, come on, man. We were all friends in the den until you say something crazy. Then, we're going to harass you about it for the next 6 months or so. Tom and Jerry. Are we talking Tom and Jerry with the black mom or Tom and Jerry with the white mom? Sons of Anarchy. I've never watched Sons of Anarchy. Never watched it. Best show, Heidi. We're not talking about genre. Best show of all time. We're going to get into genres in a minute. Period. Show ever. You know what I'm saying? Can't pick a fave. Bros. Does that count? Maybe. The Bang Bus. Look, if we're going to go down that route, the Bang Bus was the most original shit in adult educational entertainment ever, right? Because it had motherfuckers really believing that shit. Like, these guys are kind of committing a crime here. You think they're really recording this and showing the world this every week? I don't know. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Aqua Teen Hunger Force was my shit. And a lot of y'all are not gonna be on the Adult Swim tip. But it started out with me, I think, what got me on Adult Swim was watching fucking Space Ghost. I want to say, I can't remember if Venture Brothers was back then, but Venture Brothers was a show I liked. It kind of canceled and brought it back a couple of times. What's the other one? But I fuck with Aqua Teen Hunger Force from the beginning. It was another show that used to come on that I used to like. Never watched Miami Vice. Another show I never watched that I know was supposed to be popular? Chips. Was that like the California Highway Interstate Patrol or some shit? Never saw it. Venture Brothers was the shit, bro. Sons of Anarchy, Peggy from Married with Children. So, I'll talk about my pops from time to time. And that is one of the things that we did actually, especially being young, 2 shows we used to fucking watch. Married with Children. And fucking Ren and Stimpy. That's why I probably have this offbeat ass sense of humor now. Probably why I view things the way I was probably watching Ren and Stimpy. Little did I know how bad that was for kids to be watching, but it is what it is. And then Married with Children probably did not instill the best views of relationships in me as a young child. Jerry Springer. 18. Look, oh man, okay. If we want to talk, if we really want to get into, I mean, if we want to start breaking it down, right? All right, let's do it like this. We're gonna have a few categories. I'll give y'all a heads up so y'all got time to think about it. I know best overall show is pretty difficult. Like I said, for me, it probably is Martin, because I can still watch Martin now and watch every episode that I've seen them all and still laugh every time. I'm gonna see something new. It's gonna be a little something that's always gonna make me enjoy it. The Wire, Breaking Bad, and again, we all know Breaking Bad. I almost would have never got into it. A friend of mine put me on it, and so it was good for me because I was able to watch a few seasons and get into it. Because had it been just like season at a time, I probably wouldn't have watched all of it. The only reason I really like Breaking Bad is because of the proper closure that they gave it. Most shows end stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't close them off properly. You know what I mean? And so it's like, you know, and that's kind of my thing. Well, so yeah, and that's the crazy. I heard like a lot of people from or The Wire. They actually got a lot of people who were actually from Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I hated Walt's family. I hate him so much. I hate. Okay, but this is how I say. This is how you know a good actor, right? Because if I was to ever see Walt's wife in any other show, I would hate her. I would hate her. Hate. Just from fucking the show. Hate. So there's that. All right. let's kind of categorize some things so we can all kind of, let's see where we all stand. I'll give you a couple of categories, right? And I'll say them out loud, so like I say, y'all have time to think about them, and then we'll kind of we'll go section by section so we can kind of see where everybody is, right? And we kind of mentioned sketch earlier, but I'll bring that back now that we've had some time to kind of think about it. But drama, comedy, sketch, comedy and sketch kind of go in it. Let me do, instead of comedy, let's call it sitcom, right? Situational comedy. So sitcom, and then we'll have crime, like crime / police type drama. Hi there. What other categories would you say that I'm missing? I Love Lucy was good for its time. You know, it promoted interracial relationships. I'm with that. Lucy, you got some splendid to do. Lucy used to always be getting some shit. See, that's why you can't be letting females hang with their hunger. See, look, if y'all have been peeping game from way back when, Ricky Ricardo tried to tell y'all, every time Lucy got with Ethel, or whatever her name was, always ended up in some shit. And then Ricky and Fred had to come in and do some shit. You know what I'm saying? I said I have drama, sitcom, sketch, crime / police. Now, I haven't even gotten into the movies. We definitely need to talk movies too. Because movies were better then. Now movies are just Michael Bay explosion fest. Just fucking blowing up, just getting off these explosions. Like, it's just, that's it. And that's why I say, like, back then, you had just better storytelling, right? If we're talking sitcoms, right? We'll start with sitcoms. Oh, and then we'll do cartoon. Cartoon itself. And cartoon can be, you know, humor, it can be anime, it could be however you want to look. Cartoon will be a category in its own thing. Yeah, I was not gonna go to indie theater and watch a bunch of performance artists do a bunch of weird shit, and everybody makes fucking movies like The Room, throwing the fucking football on the roof with each other. No, it's not gonna happen. Um, oh, horror. Were there horror shows? I guess you had like Tales from the Crypt and shit like that. So I guess that's kind of a thing. And you did have Are You Afraid of the Dark? You had, uh, I guess you could call it like Twilight Zone and things like that. Something like that. Seinfeld. Seinfeld was good. Seinfeld was funny. Don't get me wrong. Seinfeld was funny. I enjoyed watching Seinfeld. Yeah, I think is the new Candyman out because they talk about she's got the number one thing at the box office right now, right? So I think it might be out now. Um, Batman the animated series was good. The old fucking X-Men was good. See, I got me skipping all over. Look, we supposed to be in one thing. So let me just reverse back. All right, sitcom, right? Sitcoms right now. Sitcoms is where we're starting. All right, best sitcom. And then I will open up the line here in a little bit. We'll take calls in about, let's say, 10 minutes. Let's run through these categories. Then we'll take calls and people can express their own thoughts. Yeah, you got to drop your favorite sitcom. One. There can only be one. Who remembers Highlander? The premise of Highlander was the shit to me. There can only be one. Like, that was the shit to me. Like, the Highlander was like, it was dope. And these motherfuckers fought so like, nah, the Highlander was great. Yeah, you had to cut his head out. Like, I thought that was so, like, just a throw up the immorals. And it's like, come on, bro. They need to bring, I don't want to say bring it back. Don't bring that back. Don't bring that back. Highlander was shit, was the shit. But you're right. Let me focus. Best sitcom. Heidi says All in the Family. I loved All in the Family. When he used to talk about his son-in-law, you always had your appearances every now and then from George. And when George and Archie would get together and go in on each other, yeah, the music was cool. What is it like? I am immortal. No man can be my equal. I probably got the lyrics all fucked up. It's been a minute. I have inside me blood of kings. Yeah, it was hard. That was it was a great one. Best sitcom, The Cosby. Can we say that right? You know what? I'm tripping. Hold on. I'm tripping. Y'all know players fuck up. Let me. Do, 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 do. Let me put the prop. Let me get on the set real quick. Hold up. There we go. It's much better. Damn it. I don't want that. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. All right, there we go. It's a little bit better. Wow. I'm kind of spike my drink. Just sitcom, period. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a family show. Unless you're talking about family show should be a category inside of itself. Um, he's terrible. Uh, Fresh Prince. All right. While y'all are putting your sitcoms out there, Gilligan's Island was a good one. While y'all are putting your sitcoms out there, which family was better, Fresh Prince or Family Matters? Hmm. You say Family Matters? Was Jazz basically the Fresh Prince equivalent of no? Because Stephen Urkel was like a big part of the show, even though he wasn't necessarily part of the family. I don't know how you would make an equivalent to that. Waldo? You think Waldo? He's the equivalent of Waldo? Did I say Fresh Prince? Word? You say Jazz equals Waldo? Okay. I can see that. I can definitely see that. All right. We're talking about classics. We're throwing things out there. And we're talking Fresh Prince versus uh Family Matters. What was the best episode of Fresh Prince? Is neither one of those on your list? Where's Jaleel White now? I think he sells weed or something. Um, Dog, that's how you know the show had to be good. You swap the moms out. You swap the moms out, and they did not look even remotely close. I don't know, man. Because I'm sitting there thinking about Family Matters versus Fresh Prince. Family Matters had some episodes, right? But I think Fresh Prince had more memorable scenes, right? Really? You think Urkel would be MAGA? Carlton definitely. Carlton definitely. The reason why I have to say Fresh Prince is because even think about it. That remember the episode where original Vivian, and that's what Vivian 2 could never do. Remember when original Vivian had like that dance contest thing, and she wasn't. She like passed out in the end. I don't think that makes him MAGA though. I don't think that makes him MAGA black. No, nobody talks more. I don't think none of these are in the same categories. If we're gonna talk Martin, right? And I have a personal I think my favorite episode of Martin is not most people's favorite episode of Martin. And I think I've mentioned this before on here. Urkel love Carl and Carl's goes, oh, you got a point there, Hyde. I can't disagree with you on that. You got it. Definitely. See, his fault was to try to impress other niggas. That's why he turned into Stefan Urkel. His fucking whole last name changed and shit. All right, if you're a Martin fan, the one he fought her, is that your favorite episode? My favorite episode of Martin. Y'all gonna know it from this one line. That ain't no damn puppy, Gina. My favorite episode. Just because, for multiple reasons, right? The Hashitachi with the TV and the joint bank accounts. The that ain't no damn puppy Gina is my favorite episode, bro. But there was so many. There was so many. Like when Gina got her head stuck in the fucking the headboard thing. The Carl Ned Blow Latino world. I don't think so. I think not. We'll talk about it. Except for the same moment she thought she looked like Hillary and had this elegance about her on the front mind, been acting like a woman living in Beverly Hills. And there's outside stretch, she thought she was picking up a cat. Hey, you know, I forgot about Everybody Hates Chris. Rental Spoons was a good one. Yeah, the animal that was fucking up the damn thing when they went on vacation, and it was like a big possum rat looking thing, and it was like you could tell it was like some kind of remote control ass little thing they had, and the shit kept squeaking. And Martin just got to start. He just started putting in work on the fucking little animal and just started beating the fuck out the little animal. And then like threw that bit, and then the bitch came back, and whoever you could tell somebody like threw it back in the thing. That episode to me was fucking, because even Pam got to putting in work. Pam got to putting in that work. That's my favorite episode of Martin. That and a close follow up was when he was trying to find out who stole the CD player. And then we had the fucking fake Rottweiler. That shit was fucking hilarious. All right. Because I said I'm gonna open up the line here in a minute. You know, we can go down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish Martin, like that's what I said, Martin could be the biggest thing on the internet right now. If he took all his individual characters and just did little fucking YouTube, IG, whatever sketches with them, like they would all be so fucking popular. Like he could be the most popular thing on the internet right now. Like that shit had me fucking dying. All right. Favorite sitcom, Martin. My favorite sketch, Chappelle. Crime Police. Like I said, I only had the two, which was New York Undercover and The Wire. I'd have to go, I guess, The Wire, because I watched way more The Wire than I did New York Undercover. Cartoon is a tough one. Cartoon is a tough one for me because I prefer cartoons honestly over most television, just because cartoons give you an avenue most live action shows don't, and you can kind of do anything, you know what I'm saying, like, and you can do anything with them, and there's so many good ones, right? You can talk about Bob's, you can talk about, you know, you can go and you talk about like Archer, you could talk about everything that came on Adult Swim at some point in time. I mentioned what was that? I can't even think of the show now. Venture Brothers was one I enjoyed. Shit. Like I say, the animation domination, whatever lineup. I used to like Family Guy, not that big on Family Guy now. Yeah. And they used to say that all those fucking shits on Adult Swim were made for people who were on drugs. Maybe. I'm not gonna just disagree. Even the cartoons nowadays have gotten weak. We're talking about like the changes and shit. Because they don't even have guns in cartoons anymore. Like Elmer Fudd can't even, like, he don't have a gun anymore. I forgot what they gave. South Park, fucking classic. I don't even know how to even think about South Park. South Park, yeah. South Park might be, if we're talking about tenure and just relevance, Simpsons did it. Fucking South Park is it might be there. Is it? You think South Park should? I think South Park. I think there was a lot of people who fucked with it first who kind of like stopped fucking with it for whatever reason. I don't know if I feel like I wouldn't say they went too far. You think it's more mainstream now? I think a lot of people stopped fucking with it. Like, but I can see that. I can see like some of the integrity specials. Foghorn Leghorn. Chicken used to call niggas. Felix the cat. Heck on Jack. Was that the crows? I remember them. Tom and Jerry. Like I said, Tom and Jerry. I think they didn't they have a movie recently. Regular Show. I like the Regular Show. I did like the Regular Show was super crazy, even though it's more of a newer thing. Because, like I said, them motherfuckers would just be chilling, doing some old regular ass shit, and then it would turn into the most outrageous situations. Just like, how did they get here? You know what I'm saying? Really, I used to like Pink Panther. Like, really weren't a whole lot of words, and I always thought Pink Panther was just cool to music. You know what I'm saying? I always thought he was really cool. The Gargoyles, the Gargoyle show, that what was it? Desdemona and what was it Eugene or something like that? Gargoyles was a good cartoon. Um, Radio show. You're talking about shows that are literally based around people being in the radio. Dexter Lab was interesting. I used to Dexter Lab. Dexter Mama was kind of thick on the low, so there wasn't nobody peeping that. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I've been rambling. Ramble on. I'm gonna open up the line, right? This is what I want to do. Make it fair. And I should be able. Actually, let me fix these settings real quick. So I think I can put the. I need to put the call queue. I think I know what I was supposed to do to make that actually work. So give me just a moment before I put the line on. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to know what's on y'all's mind. I want to know how you feel about TV then compared to TV now. What do you think the most significant difference is? Do you think it's better? Do you think it's worse? Am I doing this right? I might not be doing this right. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's this. What the rest of that extra shit is, but I think, this should work. All right. So that way, if you get put on the hold, we should be able to rock out. All right. So it has potential to be better. I think there are just more movies with a surplus of something. You end up with lower quality, generally speaking. I can see that, but like, here's my thing, right? I think one of the things that's killing it is because you have so many people who are afraid the too much inclusivity, a lack of originality because there's almost like this tried and tested formula that works. So especially when you're putting money behind something, a lot of people want to make their money, but it's not about art or anything like that. And I think there are things that work that people just not they haven't. I won't say they haven't tried, but it hasn't maybe gotten put in front of enough eyes. It hasn't had the proper marketing or whatever you want to call it, so enough people see it that I think people would like it, would get into it. But it's kind of the same old. We're gonna have the big Marvel thing, or the same old shows. A show that I'm surprised nobody mentioned is a show that I'm a big fan of. A show that I'm a big fan of, that I like because they toe the line a lot, but I haven't caught them. I'm probably a few seasons behind. Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a show. All right, B More, it was good to see you. I'm glad you could join us this evening. I couldn't get into Tim and Eric. Tim and Eric, I could not get into. I don't know if I ever watched Time Was the Mayor. But yeah. Boondocks is, SWAT Cats was live. if we're talking like kind of Saturday morning cartoonish, SWAT Cat, Street Sharks, Biker Mice from Mars. I used to watch all that shit. Mighty Max was a damn good underappreciated show. Virgil and Norman, dog, that was a dope ass show. Like that was cartoon drama for kids. That show was good because there was some highs, some lows, some sadness, like shit that they weren't really doing in a lot of shows. They did on that show. And I'm not saying nothing that's like outrageous shit. The first mom just didn't look and behave like the wife of a judge in Bel Air. All right, Betty. Glad you could come through. What? Oh, okay. No, it's okay. Shout out to B More. I knew it. Let me see. Which one you didn't like? You didn't like Culture? You didn't like Always? The reason why Always Sunny was so funny to me because what was it, like the first episode where they had the dude on there and he turned their bar, like at first they thought it was gonna be like a black thing, but it turned out it was like he turned into a gay bar. That shit was fucking hilarious. And then it was just like, that's what I know. Like, okay, let's see what's going on here. And the way that they would just like the gang, and it got better when Danny DeVito became a part of. Like they would always start out like on opposite sides of some argument, and then by the end of it, they didn't fucking swap side, and it's just, oh, who is the little dude? What's his name? What's his name? I know you're talking about because he was in that movie where they were trying to like kill some people or something. It was like a comedy. I know what you're talking about. Fucking Huss Payne or something. And then fucking Mac thought he was like a badass. No, it was someone that fucking did like. They're also fucking arrogant, but they didn't realize they were all like losers and shit. Charlie, yeah, that's what it was. Charlie was fucking the fucking. Yeah, I gotta go do Charlie work. That fucking shit used to kill me. They had that fucking shit Project Badass. It was the least badass shit ever. There's 21 seasons. Oh, I'm way behind. It. I might have been, but again, like I said, I haven't caught up with a lot of shit. Like, cause I used to be a big fan of Archer. I haven't watched Archer since they changed the name from ISIS. Like I think that was the point where I stopped watching a lot of shit. That's why I used to be big on Bob. Like I used to be the only one of my friends who would ever watch Bob's Burgers, and like all my other people started watching, I stopped watching it. Like there's just a point where I like fell off of television. But Phoebe, that was Dexter's Laboratory. Fucking, what's his name is a crazy pervert. Dennis, always recording all the chicks he slept with and shit. Workaholics was fucking funny as shit. Um, that was a great show. I was a little bit sad when that ended. And then didn't nobody like remember what was his name? Topher, whatever. They thought he was like super cool, but he was like a pedo. And then didn't that dude like end up like being a pedo in real life or some shit like that? Because it was some weird shit. Like they tried to hook him up. They're like, stop doing that. They were trying to like hook him up with chicks his own age and shit. And he kept trying to fuck. It was fucking funny as shit. Silicon Valley, never watched it. Boondocks, classic. But it's like I want to say the first couple of seasons when they got rid of when what's his name was it Aaron McGruder or whatever wasn't on it. It was a little different. It was almost like similar to Chappelle when when it wasn't really Chappelle-y, you know what I'm saying? And when you get rid of like that original part, and then you kind of start going this other direction, because like I felt like the first couple of seasons of Chappelle, like even though he was making fun of shit, like it kind of went over a lot of people's heads that yeah, we're laughing at this shit, but that's how motherfuckers really are. You know what I'm saying? And just point out their behaviors. But a lot of people were just laughing at the shit. And so I can see why, you know, he went to Africa and people stayed smoking crack, all kind of weird shit. But that's kind of how I felt like the Boondocks was. Like, it was good. It was hilarious, but there was like a little kind of mini message in the episodes, but the shit just nobody caught it. Niggas didn't catch it. You know what I'm saying? Because it was about niggas. And then it just kind of went over their heads. You know what I mean? So the guy with the dark, he was fat than but oh, you know, they're like married in they were married in real life. That's the crazy thing. I didn't even know. Mac and the chick. And that used to be funny because they used to always go hard on her. They used to always talk shit about her, call her a bird and shit. True Detective, never watched it. I heard it was good. Never watched it. Atlantean, what's the motherfucking deal? The chicken episode, that's so crazy. All right, let me put the number up. Let's talk about it. Hold on. Oh, damn, what happened to the? Well, the shit don't look cool. Oh, I know why it's doing that. What's going on? Let's go show the website. All right, there we go. What's going on? I know people have mixed feelings about. We're talking about classic. Did anybody say Full House? If we're talking about old family sitcoms, like I don't know, maybe I missed it. I know. Was it Broderick said he liked Roseanne? Roseanne was interesting because it dealt with a lot of real topics. So I could definitely see Roseanne. I used to watch. I'm not gonna front. I used to watch Roseanne. I remember the episode, which was the episode I think when she was working in a restaurant. I think it was like a black dude or somebody was trying to like was knocking on the door late or something, and it became like a real dramatic episode. It was a message was being spread. Then she started taking Ambien, and then there's that, right? Golden Girls is classic. Golden Girls. See, this is what I'm saying. Like right now, you couldn't make a Golden Girls right now because all the grandmas now are ratchet. Like you could not make a Golden Girls now. Grandmas would be twerking. Grandmas would be in the club. They wouldn't be doing grandma-like things. And then the grandmas wouldn't even be dressing right. Grandmas be on, they'd be doing some off-the-wall shit. Grandmas would be in there tripping. Did anybody used to watch Who's the Boss? What you talking about, chocolate? Let me find out. Let me find out you want to be on the new Golden Girls. I'm gonna start the new Golden. Mama's Family was the shit. What was his name? Yeah, Bubba. Bubba was a dingbat. Bubba wasn't sharp, but what was it? Vince? Vince wasn't too bright either. Naomi. I don't know. She was like a low class gold digger. Got fake hips. Going along with that knee replacement. 227. 227 was cool. Let me see. It was another one. Let me fix this thing right here because I know it's kind of interacting with the text here. All right, I'm gonna see where y'all at. How many of y'all remember Clarissa Explains It All? Or Shirley Temple? I don't remember. Ren and Stimpy was the shit. I remember. I remember. No, Ren and Stimpy was the shit. Powder Toast Man. Powder Toast Man, dog, was my like. And this is why I say that I knew I was too young to be watching that shit. The dude would scrape like the fucking powdered toast off his shoulder and would literally like fart on the toast while flying out the fucking window. And that fucking toast fart is what gave it like the the powdered toast goodness. That show was so over the top. It was so much little crazy shit going on. The fucking when Stimpy got like famous and fucking man, I didn't ever. I watched it. I used to watch it every now and then. I didn't watch all of them, but yeah, it was very sensual. But when Stimpy got famous, selling the gritty kitty litter or something like that, and fucking like a slave. Hashtag like a slave. And he got all sad because he didn't have Ren. He gave everything away to be with Ren. And Ren slapped the shit out of him. But they had that fucking horse. The horse would always say, he'd always do a little thing. No, sir, I don't like it. Didn't like it. That fucking ungrateful ass horse did not like anything. He didn't like shit. Every time he would like make an appearance on the episode, Mr. Horse, can we get an opinion, Mr. Horse? No, sir, I don't like it. It was just like, God damn, piece of shit. Animaniacs. I'm gonna say something, right? And everybody can agree or disagree. They shouldn't have brought Animaniacs back. They should have let them stay in the water tower wherever they were. When like the actual Animaniacs, the show was great. Slappy Squirrel, the little girl and the dog, Hello Nurse, the fucking God pigeon, the little pigeons and shit. Who else? Pinky and the Brain, of course. The Animaniacs were interesting in their own right. But when they brought them back, they made it weird. They did everything they were talking about, like try to politicize shit, made them woke, and just all this extra unnecessary shit, like cow and chicken, two stupid dogs. Cat dog, I fuck with cat dog. Let him say hello, nurse. Now, wow. Courage. I could never get into Courage. The grandpa was cool, but Courage, I don't know. Courage, that damn dog used to get on my nerves. Cow and chicken was crazy. Cow and chicken was crazy as shit. Cow and chicken was crazy as shit. Billy and Mandy, I don't think I ever really watched that one. I don't think I ever really watched it. Like I might have saw an episode, but I don't think I watched enough to necessarily have a real opinion on it. I can't really speak on it. This Courage reminded me of Scotty. Probably Scotty's the damn Courage. He's the coward. He's definitely a coward. Vader's yeah. Yeah, Vader's Zim was cool. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, so I got a question, right? Because I saw something. I want to say it was a guy. I think he's I don't know if he's a candidate for governor in Pennsylvania or something like that. And he was talking about school boards. He's like, he's at this point, he's like, fuck taking them facts. Fuck, they don't want to see the facts. They don't want to believe this shit anymore. Basically he's getting mad about the mask and things. He's like, we're going to go in there. I'm going there with 12 strong men and just start removing them. You know what I'm saying? Say it should have been banned. Like I said, I don't know enough about it to really have a thought of it. Keenan and Kel, who loves orange soda? Slayer. Oh my god. Don't whiz on the electric fence. That was a great episode of Ren and Stimpy. What was it? What was Stimpy's fucking Swedish cousin's name? Not Stimpy. I mean Ren's Swedish cousin, like Bjorn or some shit like that. Something crazy. So little known, I guess, fact, I guess you call it. I've only watched, I think his name was Sven. I think it might have been Brandon Sven or something like that. Because fucking Stimpy was playing Don't Whiz on the electric fence, I think, with him. And Rand came home from work and he was pissed off, right? Because he's like, you're supposed to like go around the shit and not touch the fucking little thing. And like they didn't clean up and the house was a fucking mess. And fucking, remember, this is a fucking kid's cartoon. He's like, Rand when he would go into his fucking rage. And then like all of a sudden he got pissed off, literally pissed off. And he unzipped his fucking fur, I guess, because he didn't have pants. And he pissed on the fucking gang. And the whole fucking house blew up. And Ren went to hell. And then the devil pops up and he's like, so, he whizzed on the electric fence. That was pure comedy. Two Angry Beavers. That was a pothead show. Okay? I fucked around and watched an episode of Two Angry Beavers about a year or two ago. Out of nostalgia, out of curiosity. And I can't remember, they were something, they were like watching a show and they were on the couch the whole time. And I think they were playing a quiet game or some weird shit they were doing. But I noticed the entire time, and this is a time, it's a time-based episode, so shit is going on, and the TV show is 5 minutes long, and I think they were looking for a lotto ticket or something, and they can't play the quiet game. It was some crazy shit. But the entire episode, the clock in the back said 4:20. It's a digital clock. The entire episode, that clock was on 4:20. That was not a coincidence, right? That was deliberate. It's a child show on Nickelodeon. Motherfuckers got away with so much more shit. So the internet, this is why the internet ruined shit. It made motherfuckers too hip to things, right? Things that people used to be able to get away with. Started off with the weird shit in The Lion King, and now can't get away with anything anymore. It's unfortunate, right? Two Angry Beavers. I said Cat Dog was the shit. Let me see. What else was the shit? There's so much, Doug. There's a lot of good shows, especially like the younger shit. Uh, mm, South Park. South Park. The reason I like South Park, the John Travolta episode. I think it was the same one with the Tom Cruise, John Travolta, and then who else was in the closet? Was R. Kelly in that closet too? And like, you won't come out the closet. And they made like a big fucking deal about it. 70 show. 70 show was cool. A little bit of weird when there's like a bunch of partner swapping going on towards them, but I guess that's what they did in the 70s, right? I'm stuck in the closet. Um, I guess it did take forever for me to realize that they, especially being a fucking pothead back then, to realize that they were fucking having a session in that fucking little circle where the camera would go around. And so there's that. Married with Children had some classics. I'm trying to think what else. What's this? Um, so many different things. Oh, I guess I gotta look at the real chat so I can know what's going on here. Hold on 1 second. Captain Planet supported child labor. Okay. Captain Planet was the laziest superhero, and no one can convince me otherwise. Right? And then it was like, it was kind of weak. You just throw some trash on him and he started like folding up and shit. But he wouldn't come out until like the kids started getting beat up and they were able to like connect their rings. And then I'm gonna be honest. What's his name with the monkey had the weakest power. He had the weakest power, bro. Heart. What did Heart really do? Did Heart like activate animals or something? Like, what did Heart really do? Like, it was such a vague ass fucking superpower. Like, did he get an instruction manual with his shit? Everybody else knew what they were. Earth, wind, fire, water. Heart. So like, what? How do you activate that? Like, how do you say somebody being mean? Let me hit you a little hard. Like, what are you gonna do with that? And then here comes Captain Planet. And by your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. And then it's like he would come out for like 30 seconds, pew pew pew, do some shit, throw some people in a trash can or whatever. And he's like, all right, my job here is done. And then I'm fucking out of here, right? But it's just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what have you been doing this whole time? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know this shit is going on. It was always the same motherfucker, the pig dude. And why do all the pollution people like, they're all fucked up from the pollution. And then Robot Chicken's great. Robot Chicken, definitely love Robot Chicken. I haven't watched that in a while, but definitely love Robot Chicken. Um, the Fifth Element. I'm trying to think. Inspector Gadget was good. Yeah, that's what he does. He's just like, Captain Planet don't really give a shit about the planet. Like, I don't know what he's out there doing. I do remember I did watch Star Wars, Captain. Animes. We're missing a few folks. We're gonna talk anime. Animes are great, right? And I like anime probably more than most TV shows. Anime is really good at presenting like this moral dilemma, and then you kind of have to figure it out. Like it again. Like I talk about one of my favorite ones, fucking Death Note, right? It's not the fucking real, the live action that was super fucking trash. It was the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. Eat the cake anime. There's another good one, Parasite. I talk about. I haven't watched too many new ones recently. Parasite's a good one. Um, I don't think I've finished. I haven't. Actually, you know what? I have not watched the last season of Attack on Titan. See, I was watching Attack on Titan before it was cool. Uh, I have not seen the Fifth Element. I know what you're talking about, but I have not. I have not seen the Fifth Element. Um, Let me see. Uh, I wish they had a like another one was which was good was what was it? Blue Exorcist. Blue Exorcist was good, but the second season of Blue Exorcist was trying. Like the second season of Blue Exorcist should have probably been the first one, and then vice versa. But it was real weird. That's what that's what the Fifth Element was. The tights. Um, Bleach. I've never watched Bleach. Have not seen Bleach. And I do need some good recommendations because I have not. There's a couple I have not seen. Quite a few. I started trying to watch Naruto because I know. You know what I'm saying. and I know a lot of people are big fans of that. Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite was an excellent cartoon and an excellent movie. If you've never seen the Black Dynamite movie, you gotta watch it. You just gotta watch it because it's the way that they play on like old blaxploitation fucking movies, and it's just the little things that make it so great. What do you say? What do you call it? He's like, "Shut up, bitch!" I was gonna say something. He was gonna say like the chick started trying to fucking like finish saying what he was saying, and he came and he was there with all that. "Shut up, bitch! You gonna wake up all other bitches." Like Black Dynamite was a great cartoon, a great fucking movie. Um, Titletown High on Netflix. I don't know. I don't know about your. I don't. I don't know about your recommendations. I don't know about your recommendations, Broderick. You got some. You got some questions to. Debo was in that bitch too. R.P. Debo. I'm gonna be honest. Chris Tucker, not the funniest guy in the world, right? Like, try to watch it stand up. Couldn't get into it. Like, couldn't get into it. It's the Assassination Classroom, Vinland Saga. Like, and I know it was super crazy, right? Because everybody's like, "Oh, we need Smokey back." I'm kind of glad I watched the first season of Castlevania. I like that bitch, and I need to catch up. Um, Sword Art Online. I want to say they had a game of that. I want to say I came across the game before the thing, but I don't think I ever played the game either. I like Cat. Cat is funny to me. Cat is more. Cat is like one of them niggas you hang around that just is just funny, though. Like just has observes things in a funny way. Cause Cat, when he went against that fucking radio host, and he wasn't even really going against, she was just saying the crazy shit, and he's like, "You can have everything that she has on if you buy a pack of cools for $7.99." Something the way he said that shit, because he was just like, that shit was fucking funny to me. But see, that's how I'm about Kevin Hart. I'm not he says you get used to okay. He would play the president. Oh, that's terrible. Cowboy Bebop. I've seen. I don't think I've ever watched it, but I know I'm familiar with it somewhat. It's the Assassination Classroom and Seven Deadly Sins. I want to see. Did I start watching that one on Netflix? I think I did, but I don't think I got into it. Yeah, I don't think I. I don't think I. No, dog. I've tried, bro. Let me tell y'all about Baki, dog. I try to give Baki a shot. Like, I'm a person who tries to, and I guess in certain situations, you just shouldn't try to make sense of things. Like, you shouldn't just try to make things make any kind of. I should not try to make everything logical, right? Shout out to Kenneth, hard work, Kenneth. Um, Baki lost me when they had fucking Muhammad Ali on that bitch. When them motherfuckers, like when Muhammad Ali appeared, I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I don't want no more. Like, cause just the shit, the way the shit, yeah, dog, oh my god. Cause the premise of it was like, okay, I might be able to get into this. This is something I might be able to fuck with. But then it was just like, what's happening now? What is starting to take place? this shit is going off the fucking rails. Like it's going off the rail. And it got to the point I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm good. I don't even want to fuck with it no more. So like that's kind of where I was at on Baki. Cause it was like it had the potential to be really, really good. But I was just like, yeah, I don't think I can handle it anymore. It was super funny. So I know the little one is a softie. Cause me and my old lady were watching Baki. And she said, oh, y'all are watching the cartoon. I'm like, oh, this is anime. It's not a cartoon. It's a little bit different. Well, it's a cartoon, but it's a little bit different. It's not like, weird shit you watch. It's not all like Sailor Moon. I'm like, so it's a little bit, rough. It can be a little bit violent, you might not be able to handle that. I forgot what episode we were. I think it was the one they were fighting outside the police department or something had happened. And it was, I forgot who was fighting. But it was, one of the criminals and I guess one of the quote unquote good guys. And they were going at it. And I forgot what exactly happened. But she could not handle. I turned and looked. She over there, eyes watering, teared up. Yeah, go in your room and get out of here. Fast to watch nothing else. You cannot. I was like, you cannot handle. Fucking Scotty got mad. No, he didn't get mad. Right. So, like I said, I had the open house today. And I ran to go to OMG Burger. To get something to eat real quick, right? And so the fucking fries were super fucking salty. And burger was good. It's halal. Gotta eat halal meats. I don't even know what that means, but I just like saying it. Yeah, man, I only eat halal. Yeah, see all pretentious. Gave Scotty a fry. Like he caught that bitch. I guess he tasted for a second, motherfucker slung his head. He threw that bitch. He was like, fuck this fry, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. And it was crazy because he eats fries. Like, I went to French's the other day and they gave him some little fries. He'll fuck some fries up. That motherfucker caught that bitch and he like slung that motherfucker. I'm like, oh, yeah, Scotty, that's how you act. And then when I tasted the bitch, I was like, oh, I see why. I had some fucking, I think there was some like leftover fries or something. French, I heated them up earlier, but I left them on the fucking stove right before we left. And I was giving them to Scotty earlier. And then I gave him one or two. And then, my old lady, she's picking shit up, so she's not paying attention. So she dumped them all in the trash. And like, I swear, if Scotty could talk, he'd probably be like, you motherfucker. Good night, Chocolate Milk. Glad that you could join us this evening. He just looked like, he's a dog, his facial expression, but the way he was just like his eyes were just, he kept looking back at the stove where they once were and then the trash bag they were in, and then he's just like looking around. He looks at me and he's just looking at just looking at the trash can like, what happened? I thought I was getting those. I'm not reaching the trash to give you those, Scotty. So there's that. Halal bacon, that shit is terrible. I don't even know if it's halal bacon or whatever, but I know every time I go to a place that serves halal burgers, the bacon seems like turkey bacon or some shit. It's a flappy, terrible type of bacon. It's fucking the worst. I don't know what it is. Oh man. Cam going to Houston, that would be, I hadn't even followed up after that. I have no idea, but I did not watch anything sports. I saw he got cut earlier. I've not even paid attention to anything else attention to anything else sport related after that. So I don't even want to know. Just saw that. Oh man, good. Lost my train of thought, but yeah, it's always like super terrible. But I hope not. I really don't care. I really If he did, it would be terrible. If we didn't, it's still gonna be terrible. Can't be that much worse than wow. It can't be that much worse than no, nothing can be worse than fucking Dude Mills. Uh it's crazy stuff. But I guess if you want to sell some jerseys, get Cam jerseys. You got a lot of people who don't give a shit and they will buy Cam jerseys just to say he was here. Terrible. Appreciate the love, Mr. Savage. Savage Donald Trump. I guess I ain't black. I didn't vote by it. Inuyasha. Is that the when the dude turns like into a wolf or some shit like that? Halal is kosher for Muslims. I don't even know what kosher really is. I just used to use it in a slang terminology. Everything kosher? Yeah, my niggas all good. Niggas don't know what kosher is. Nigga, these pickles kosher, nigga? Where you get these pickles from, nigga? No. But that's the crazy thing, right? Like that, because that's what I would figure. Like, definitely the places I've been that are quote unquote halal. Uh, Definitely a certain descent of person working there. So I'm like, why is there even bacon like being offered? And then to fucking add avocado to that, dog. Like expensive. Like expensive. Fucking avocado, adding avocado to that bitch was like fucking too. I could go buy multiple avocados for this price. But yeah, the bacon they always put like I'm assuming it has to be turkey bacon because it's like never good. But it's like the way they kill it, right? Or something like that. The days used to be high for the Texan game. Yes, it's definitely the Bundys. I grew up in this living room. Inuyasha has kids now. What? What is going on? I don't know nothing about Inuyasha. What's the other one you said though? Jotted down. There's another anime that was mentioned. Oh, yeah, it says it's a streaming computer. I'm trying to make it illogical. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's all over the place. That nigga's dad, all super powerful. Bagi's like the dead. Don't try to make any sense of it. It's just all over the place. Porky Pig. What is it? Wouldn't that be the wokest shit ever? Porky Pig becomes a Muslim. They would definitely attack. They'd hop in their helicopter and try to fly across and kill the cartoonist who did it. They'd be looking for what's his name, Tex Avery. Try to dig him up. I don't even know if he's dead. I'm pretty sure it's a long time ago. So did Tex Avery even make it? I don't even know. Try to kill the Warner Brothers. I'll try to kill somebody for that. Full Metal Alchemist. That's what you said. Full Metal Alchemist, right? And I heard who was talking about it? I think they were talking about that in the I think Tin Man. Somebody else was talking about it. I think it might have been Darren. And I like I used to see that. It used to come on a long time ago. Never watched it. Never watched Full Metal Alchemist. Even half even. No. A dog. Ronin Warriors. Why does that sound familiar? I don't know. Let me see. We've talked about a variety of things this evening. We've talked about a variety of shows, which is very interesting. I want to go watch all the Highlanders I can find. Is Highlander on any streaming services? I definitely need to go. I kind of want to watch that just to hear the song. If anything, just for the music. I don't want Highlander. I don't want to Toyota Highlander. The show. Is it on Netflix? What's Outlander? What? All 6 seasons of Highlander, the series, are streaming for free on Peacock. I don't know what Peacock is. So there's a second set of Highlanders too. Highlander the Raven. I don't know anything about this. I didn't realize it went for 6 years. So it's supposed to end after the 5th season, but they were renewed for a 6th season. And the son became Highlander the Raven. So now I need to know about Highlander the Raven. What's this all about, right? Why was Highlander the Raven canceled? I can only imagine. 1 season. Oh, yeah. Highlander got woke. That's why. It looks terrible. It looks terrible. I'm just looking at the fucking cover of the shit. And Duncan McLeod. Uh, Afro Samurai? Afro Samurai was cool. Afro Samurai was cool. The second one, a little strange. My thing with Afro Samurai that used to always kind of like fuck with me was Samuel L. Jackson, right? And his like little pseudo voice person thing. And it's like, I know nobody else could really see it, but it's just like Outlander. I don't even know what is an Outlander about. I have no idea. Um, but like I couldn't even tell if he could halfway pay attention. Like, was it just supposed to be his thoughts? Did he like recognize this as some type of character? Yeah, I'm toughing it out, y'all. I don't know. Usually by this time I'm in bed, sleep. Um, yeah, usually by this time it is nappy time. Um, so there's that. But oh, I forgot to get that thing. Yeah, got like 10 more minutes to go. I'm trying to give y'all the full 2 hours. I'm trying to give you the full thing. Um, but yeah, I didn't know what the fuck it was. Like that was like his inner voice. If that was like the him that I guess maybe was or wasn't. But the first fucking the first one was good. The premise of the first one, like kills daddy, the fucking #1 headband. Like I thought that was pretty dope. But then I forgot what the second was. But everybody was trying to come get the #1 headband. He was fighting all kind of. He was too badass. But I forgot what he did with it at the end. It was great art. It was pretty cool. What else? Samurai Jack. Never. I watched it a couple times, but I don't think I ever got into it. I don't think I ever got into Samurai Jack like that. There was a show. There was a show. What is this? Here's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if this is the bot or the whatchamacallit doing this. I think this is the Streamlabs from the channel. I think doing more of this than the other thing. I think I have to change the settings on there because it's saying a bunch of shit that isn't true. I don't even think Den Show Shop exists anymore. Codename Kids Next Door, they was cool. But there was this show, I think it was a short-lived thing, like a mini series or something, on Adult Swim or whatever. It was like a caveman. This motherfucker was just like fucking everything up. It was very gory. He's like killing monkeys and dinosaurs and shit. And it was like, I think he had a pet T-Rex or something. And it seemed relatively in it. Was it Korgoth the Barbarian? Honestly, I don't even know what it was called. I mean, it was relatively recent. I want to say maybe last year or so. I only saw one episode. I think that was it. No, this said 2006. No, it had to be more recent than that. I think that was it. I said it was a comedy. I don't think that was it. This was something that came out maybe. Nah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. This was something that came out like the last couple of years. Let me see. My Google skills are top notch. Yeah, this is what it was. That Primal. I don't know what this name is. Jindy Tartakovsky. I don't know. It was on like a 10 episode thing. Yeah, it came out. That's weird. Maybe they split it in half for 2 years or something. Because it's the first, I guess 4 or 5 episodes came out in October 2019, and then like, I guess the last five came out in October and November of 2019 or 2020. They're still saying it's still being released, I guess. Yeah, like I said, I watched it. It was nothing but fucking. It was nothing but fucking violence. I liked it. Lawyer Squad. I don't think I ever got into that. I think I might have seen like a clip on the internet. Jackass was cool. Gumball is off the wall. Don't think I've ever seen Side of the Mole Men. Um, what about Lamb Chop? Lamb Chop is a very underappreciated show. I mean, Lamb Chop gave us a part of pop culture history that we'll never forget. The song that never ends, the song that doesn't end. I mean, hey, Squid. Oh wow! I cannot believe that no one mentioned Squidbillies up to this point. If so, I may have missed it, but Squidbillies is up there with one of my lamb chops allowed. Squidbillies is up there with favorite shows. Man, I love Squidbillies. The fucking truck boat truck. The fucking oh my god! Like Squidbillies probably because it reminded me of people I fucking knew. I forgot about the 10 ounce mouse show. I don't even remember what it was about. Um, they used to have some fucking crazy shows on like a bunch of squids on meth. Um, what was that one? Assy McGee, and it was like a fucking it was like a fucking ass detective. And the motherfucker like had like he fucking bit a lot when he fucking talked. So it was super fucking it was funny as fuck, but it was like it's fucking disgusting. Like I don't even remember what the fucking premise was. It was just like an ass, maybe with some legs. If I fucking I can't remember. But it was just like of course, I was fucking stoned off my ass watching this shit. That's what Adult Swim was great for. Like some people are like, oh no, these shows are for acid, and it's like, no, I'm not doing all that other shit. Dog, just I would be lit. Now, there was just some shit I was like, I can't get into. But just that really dumb shit, Yeah, that shit, well, it was dramatic. Like it was just that really stupid. Like if the premise of the shit was just dumb enough, I'm like, fucking, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not doing nothing else anyway. Fucking nothing else I want to watch. Fucking high shit probably, and yeah. Oh my God, this is where we've got Assy McGee. Oh my goodness. Um, King of the Hill, a cartoon or an anime. What kind of question is that? King of the Hill is good old Texas history, right? But see, that's the crazy part about it, right? As Texas, as King of the Hill was, if you ask a motherfucker in Texas um, about propane and propane accessories, especially when you're talking about preparing food, it's not gonna be a good time. It's not gonna be a good time. They're just gonna look at you like, what the fuck is wrong? That's like the one thing I never understood. I'm like, Hank Hill's Texas to the core, right? You know, he kind of has a narrow urethra. Uh, but niggas in Texas do not use propane. Like, but again, he was a good man. Because when he like based off old buddy from or was he in actually in Beavis and Butthead? Because he reminded me like of I guess a spinoff of like the neighbor or whatever. But yeah, we got propane and propane accessories. Fucking Luann. And the two played Luann. That was was that Brittany Murphy? She died, didn't she? He was in Beavis and Butthead? Okay. We got Luann, fuck Boomhauer, the GOAT. Dale. Let's be honest, right? We got a minute or two left. Right? And I know King of the Hill wasn't all super. One of the funniest episodes though is when he fucking shook the president's hand. You know what I'm saying? And he shook the fucking president's hand, and it was like it's like his handshake was limp, and he like went on a mission, and he went on a mission to like get another handshake. John, oh man, poor Dale. Dale's wife is a piece of shit, but if Dale was happy, John Redcorn. Oh, but it was Louis played. It sure was. That's fucking funny. I never even think about that. But Dale, if Dale was living in the current times, say Dale was real. What do you think Dale would think right here? What do you think Dale would be thinking with everything that's going on? Because I mean, Dale was the ultimate conspiracy theorist. I don't know if it was the pest control products getting to him or what, but I can only imagine Dale living in 2020. Uh, nah, there's no way you can do it. You just couldn't do it because those guys now. I think it would. I would say do a live action King of the Hill, but you just couldn't do it. You just couldn't do it. Boomhauer sounds just like your son's football coach. Oh, that's terrible. I see these little niggas out there. They had them niggas out there 8:30 at night practicing like a little league team. Dang, it's really going down. Yeah, I gotta fix that thing. It's doing a whole bunch of spameration. Futurama. Futurama is great. Canceled many times, brought back several times. Very underappreciated show. Um, I fucked with Futurama. Bender, let's go. Um, fucking what was his name? Zoidberg, crazy. But what's his name? Later was cool, but what's old buddy's name? The fucking captain, what's his name? I can't even think of his name. Zap Brannigan? I think it was like Zap Brannigan or something like that. That motherfucker used to fucking have me dying. Just, he's such a fucking peon. The little alien getting with the chick, and she was like a super hooker, the damn Asian chick. She's all super rich, working for the fucking delivery service. It's like they're like DoorDash of the future. It'll never be fucking good news. Delocated. I don't think I ever heard of that. Oh, there was a cartoon. There was a cartoon. I'm about to get ready to wrap it up here in just a second. It was very short lived. It was very short lived. I don't know if y'all may have watched it or not. It had like a whole series. I thought it was pretty fucking funny. It's by that dude, Justin. I want to what's his name? Justin Long, the dude who was always like the weird character in the movies for a little bit. I think was it called Unsupervised? Jot it down. Let me put in the thing. Delocated. I think it was called Unsupervised. I gotta look it up. I think it was called Unsupervised. And the dude, like, they were a bunch of dingbats. They were like in school. And he's like, my dad worked grout, and I'm gonna grow up to be like grout just like my daddy or some crazy shit. Like, and they would just get into some dumbass shit. Oh man, hold on. I don't even remember half the episodes. I only watched it like one time. Unhappily Ever After, I don't know, they were like a knockoff of was that the one with the rabbit? Like the knockoff of fucking Married with Children, they just had like a bunny on a couch. I was not happy about that. But old gal was what was her name? She definitely would have got it over Kelly. As much as we all love everybody, America's favorite whore, Kelly. Um, it definitely what was her name? Nikki Cox, something like that. The poor man's married. The poor man's married with children. She hit the wall hard. She did. Oh, I haven't seen her in a long time. Hold on. Let me Google this stuff. Let me Google Rise. The show I was talking about. I don't even remember what it's called. Supervisor. I think that's what I said. See, I took like the fucking Google app off my shit, so it's kind of like an inconvenience, but I just feel better without it being there for whatever reason. Yeah. Unsupervised cartoon. Not unsupervised special forces Afghanistan. No. Let's say Justin Long. Oh, I think he was just a voice in it. Oh, this shit's on Amazon Prime? Hold on. I expect you to pay for it. I'm not gonna do that. It wasn't that good. Word. Yeah. Oh, word. That is terrible. Maybe she needed the tiles to clean herself up. Yeah, I guess when you kind of get to a certain point. Oh, say it ain't so. I used to think she was really fine back in the day. Oh, no. No. It's terrible. That is terrible. This makes me sad. This makes me really sad. I need plastic surgery. Mm. We were having such a good evening, and to end it on such a sad note. Well, it's very unfortunate. Well, folks, it's September 1st now. Well, probably September 1st, depending on where you are. We're gonna make this a good month. We're gonna make this a great month. We're gonna have a lot of fun in the den. You know, we've been back relatively regular in August. I feel like things are slowly but surely getting back to the sad note is Nikki Cox looking terrible. Like, my mind, she always looked like the chick from Happily Ever After now. Not even close. Darren, oh, I see Darren Wood sliding there after we done talking about animes and shit. See Darren, bloody nigga, boy. Black folks, you know what I be talking about. But like I said, man, it's been a good month in the den. And it's activated. Interesting. But that you know, I don't really keep them. I like, if y'all ask me about celebrities, I know like 3 celebrities, right? And for the longest, Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, and some other guy were all the same dude, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't be knowing actors. Actresses, like, good, bro. I'm fuck out of luck. Like, actors, any of them, like, I'm terrible with all of them. I don't be giving a shit about famous, about famous folks like that. You know what I'm saying? And so, I still don't keep up with what they're doing, but yeah, she looks terrible. She's a shell of her old self. So, you're welcome, Miss Sarah Lou. Anytime for you. Well, with that being said, yeah, it's time. It's time to wind down. I'm way past my bedtime. I should have been asleep like. Time is it? Yeah, I should have been asleep like 30, 40 minutes ago. But I do appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I thank y'all for being here. You know, I rock with y'all. I appreciate y'all so much, man. This has been a fun month of August. Like I said, it's September. And it felt good to get back on track, you know, in the den. Last day of the month would be a little bit late, but hey, you know, you gotta handle business. You know. The old Honcho would have been like, fuck it, we canceled it in. But no, new man on a new mission. We're gonna make the den great again. Got some plans for this month. And I just appreciate everybody who's been here, man. This throughout all the time, the ups, the downs, the slow periods, the active times. Those of you who are newer, those of you who've been here for years, man. I really do. I appreciate it. It's crazy sometimes we look back on some of this, how far we've come, or I don't know, however you want to say it, or just how long this has been going on, this little community of ours. I love it. I think it's dope. So I appreciate y'all. Every one of y'all is important to this community, important to what we do here. Whether you're making the jokes, maybe you're the butt of the joke, maybe, you know, I don't know. Who knows? Everybody's got their own little thing going on in there. So I fucks with y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. And September 2021, let's make it a good month. Everybody take care of yourselves. You know, eat healthy, get some sun, work out, get your vitamins, nutrients, take care of your immune system, and do your own research on certain things. With that being said, it's been my honor, it has been my privilege, but more than anything, it has truly been my pleasure to chop it up with you guys tonight. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. So it's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. It's a terrible song. It's a poverty song. It is a circle. Oh man. We gonna have some sauce tomorrow too. Got stuff to talk about. But turn up a deuce. I appreciate y'all, man. Till tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Back on our regularly scheduled time. Y'all sleep well, man. Get y'all some rest. So we turn up tomorrow. And I don't know what we talk about. We're gonna kick the month off with a bang. Not a gang bang, just a bang. All right, let me go to bed. I'm talking crazy now.